Okay, good day again, everyone. So now we will discuss about this is our next topic after the web font. So we will proceed to web colors, or it is a continuation, additional input information from your color theory. So web colors are very are this no web colors are considered as a screen colors also. So when we talk about screen colors, this is using RGB mode. So now I will discuss to you what are the internet tools that will be used as your guide to as your color guide to put that um, into your design. So as I could see, remember this that one of the elements of designing is to have the proper colors that will be used in your design. So in mobile application and web designing or web apps, color is very important. So I give you the two methods or the two process strategy to have a guide para makabalo mo kung unsa kay mga colors ang gamiton. So these are the guides from the internet and also from offline. So anyway, so let's start. So first, I will introduce you about the flat UI color picker.com. So again, it is one of a choice of a designers in UI and UX designing. So gamiton ni siya sa pagkuha og mga colors. So here, you will see the different kinds of color of green. Kung pwede po ni siya i-click mo blue. So we use only CMYK and RGB. But when we talk about CMYK, this is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. CMYK modes are what we, these are the color modes that will be used in your print, okay, in your print media. So sample of the print media is your brochures, flyers, tarpaulins. But in the web font or using a mobile application, you will use the RGB. So that's why I use the RGB mode. So this RGB, this is the combination of red, green, and blue. So asa man nato ni siya ibutang. So i-click lang nimo ni siya. And all you have to have this is na makopy siya. So once nga makopy siya, so I will open here a new. So for example, I new here. So if you want to go here, so pwede niyo muna siya i-kopya. So control Z. Ano? Um, Pwede niyo siya i-change ni siya sa RG o B. So that will be used as a notebook. Itong i-kopya na to, kung pwede po na to, diri siya i-kopya na to. So let's see, let's try if makopya ba siya dire. So for example here, I will copy this and I will put here in our notepad. Okay, this is the combination. So RGB, so 31. So again, I will open the Photoshop for the color combinations. Close muna ni siya. And I will use the color of his. Pwede nyo siya gamitan na yun na to. Red is 31. Green, no, sorry, 31. And then 58. And also the 147. Okay, this is the color of the blue. So gamiton mo na siya. Okay, so that's one of the guides, internet tools that will be using flat UI color. But if you will use the CMYK mode, so it will give you also the CMYK combinations of cyan, magenta, yellow, and the black. Okay, so actually you have to copy pwede na po ni siya i-kopya ninyo, pwede po siya ibuta ninyo sa inyong sa Photoshop and also to the Illustrator. Okay, sa Illustrator na to, I have to create a new example na ni siya. Okay, sa Illustrator, ang nakanindot na sa Illustrator is they have already kind of colors here. So, pila ka kung cyan, magenta, yellow, and K. This is where you put your colors combinations from from this combination kani. Okay, if you will use the CMYK mode. Okay, so there are two modes that you already knew in Photoshop and Illustrator: the CMYK mode and the RGB mode. Okay, take note of this class. CMYK mode is used for print media or process color, while RGB mode are used in web colors, websites, in mobile application. Or in other words, RGB colors are screen colors. Okay? So after the flat UI colors, we will use the Paleton. Paleton.com is a good. It's a very good tools to as a guide. Okay, as a guide, as a color guides for you as a designer. So for example kani siya, makita na ninyo ang color ni siya kung change nimo ni siya. Okay, it will give you a different kinds of web colors. Okay, and then after that, if you will use the green, they have some previews here. Okay, pwede po niyo siya butangan na to o examples. Examples here. Um, that is for the internet. So your website, white page, positive design. Okay, if you will go to animations, you can do that. Okay, just combinations, stripes. Okay, the combination of the green artwork, shadow explosions. Okay, random flowers. So Paleton is a very good internet tools for simulations, but it cannot be used in offline ha. Hindi din siya magamit sa offline. So pwede po natin siya gamitin sa white page. Okay, so natay po simulation active with to 16 palette. So pwede nato na siya i-change niya. So that's why it's very good kaning gamiton nato. So how can we get the idea usap pinsan nga color sa gamiton? All you have to do is to kani oh. So i-click lang ninyo na siya and then it will give you some informations here. The RGB or hex or the hex asa man nato na makita sa hex. Every time you go here, dili nato ibutang kaning hex. Okay, and then in the Illustrator also, if you select some colors here, dili po nato ibutang ng hex. So there is also a combination system YK. So when we go here again, so makita ni mo diri pila ka percent po sa U, but because of using kung kabantay mo, as I mentioned earlier, when we talk about web fonts or web colors doesn't use CMYK mode. So we will use RGB. So always take note for that, ha? Okay, it will be questions in your assessment, so your national assessment. So sana siya question. Okay, so example, okay, I already mentioned this. After sa Paleton, you will go to the color wheel. So from the Adobe Color or color.adobe.com. So again, it's very important. I think it's very, I think for me, gamit po kayo ni siya using the Adobe Colors or color.adobe.com. So I also mention also, I always mention to you that every time you have to design, you have to put you have to consider the colors. Okay, so you have to use these color combinations. Okay, so analogous, if you want to go there, so all you have to do, if you go to complementary, you have to pwede mo siya itutuyok. Okay, so if you go to analogous also, pwede mo siya okay. So this is the combinations of the colors. So every time you change the color, there is an hex here. This is the color hex combinations, and then if this color combination is again is applicable to your design, so you may copy this and put that in graphic software. So I think it's very explainable, and then also almost majority of our designers use this kind of tools in Adobe Color. And then next is the creative palette. So color palette is the combinations of colors that are used in web colors. Okay, so muna siya ang mga colors na pwede magamit sa ka-design. So for example kani siya, this is the color combination na pwede siya gamiton. So if you will use to as gradient, so actually it's dili po siya sakit. tanawon. So if you go to another na po, just press the space bar for any combination. So kanang color palette is again mo ni siya ang combination sa colors nga pwede ninyong gamiton sa design. So other than this combinations of colors, ayaw yun gamita. Kaya ano, it is not applicable. So mo ni po ang ginagamit pa di kay mo maglisod mangita og mga colors nimo. Okay? So just like kaning combination. So if you want to go to put that here in your logo, so kani na yung gamiton nga logo. Kani nga na color. So that's why so kung kabantay mo diri nga side is more in darker, dili kani siya dark. So is space na ni siya. So these are the preferred. Okay? So I think this is all only the para inyo as guide. So kung wala mo internet, kung maglisod mo tanaw ani, you can use the Adobe Illustrators here. So in Adobe Illustrators, I already mentioned this to you that these they have color guides na mapili gamiton dire. So if you go to some color combinations, so there are some complementary colors here. So kuhanin mo ni siya, every time mo siyang kuhaon, mo na i-click and then copy this color. And then you can use that in the Photoshop if you want to know the color combination. If you're if you're offline, so especially for incoming national assessment for your TESDA, you are not allowed to open in the internet, so that's why you have to use this color guide. And then before you go to the assessment, not only for the assessment but also you can apply that in pohon if you have a work na in designing, so you can do this color guide. Okay, so again, it's very easy, it's very explainable. So if you have some questions, okay, try to explore this all internet tools and the offline color guide tools in designing in UI and UX. So I think if you have some question about this video discussion, please don't hesitate to ask questions and to ask me through chat, and or you can talk to me or we can discuss this for discussion for more face to face for more discussion. Thank you for watching this video, and we will proceed to another activity.